What's up, fam? It's your boy Vussy Magz back at it with another one. Welcome back to Vussy Supreme Traders. It's your boy Vussy Magz, the one and only, man. You already know what it is. If you're here, man, it's only about the money. If it wasn't about the money, I wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be here. Alright. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and comment. That really helps the channel out so I can keep making this content for y'all. And that also makes me know that you guys appreciate the content. So obviously, if you guys appreciate what I'm doing for the culture, then I'm gonna keep the videos coming. You understand what I'm saying? Also, if you've been subscribed, meaning you're a recurring visitor, then welcome back to the team, fam. You already know what it is. I appreciate you. Alright, so check this out. In today's video, we're talking about something I ain't even talked about ever since the whole YouTube channel started, right? So what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about, fam, right? We're talking about Forex trading sessions, right? I'm gonna go deep into this topic and explain everything. So without taking too much of your time, man, let's go ahead and get it. fam. So on this thing of Forex trading sessions, you might not think it's important, or it might affect you, it might not affect you at the same time, but I'm just gonna go ahead and first of all, before you even talk about the trading sessions, we want to talk about the type of traders that we have, right? And the type of traders that we have is only three types of traders, right? There's the scalpers, right? And I'm gonna explain all these things, right? There's the scalpers, there's the day traders, and then there's investors, right? So you're probably asking yourself, like, day traders, like, well, which one is the one now? So day trading, right? It's divided into two subcategories. There's the intraday traders, meaning the trades usually last for 1 hour to a couple of hours, but you open the trade today, you close it today, you understand? And then there's the swing traders. The swing traders it's a bit medium, it's like a long-term kind of thing, because the trades on the swing traders it can basically last for a day or more than a day or whatever. So that one is like it's still day traders, but it's divided into short-term day traders and also long-term day traders. And the long-term one, they use the H4 time frames and higher. The short-term ones use H1 time frames. Usually they don't even go to the H4 time frame, right? The scalpers, listen, the trades are very short-term. They last a couple of minutes to an hour and stuff like that. You understand? So now that you understand what we're talking about, if you are a day trader, then this video is for you, meaning what I'm gonna talk about here is gonna make an impact on your trading style and scheme, or whatever we wanna call it, right? If you're a scalper also, this way of trading affects the day trader and the scalper. You feel what I'm saying? I think you get where we're going with this. Alright, so let's go into the trading sessions, right? So off the bat, there are three major trading sessions, right? There's the London session, there's the New York session, and then there's the Tokyo session, right? There's also the Sydney session and also the Germany session, right? So I'm also gonna go deeper into that and what it actually means and stuff like that. But before I even start explaining, I'm gonna show you on a website what I'm actually talking about. So I'm gonna just move a little bit to the side so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So as you can see here, I'm on a website called forex.timezoneconverter.com. This is where you can go to if you wanna like find out more of this stuff, if you wanna know exactly how this, like the exact time when which session opens and which one closes and stuff like that, right? So I'm gonna talk about the sessions which are most like relevant to me, right? The day traders and stuff like that. So the one I'm gonna talk about is the New York session, and also I'm gonna talk about the Tokyo session, right? And I'm gonna talk about the London session, right? So as you can, when we look at this thing first, the London session, it says it starts at 10 a.m. right? The London session starts at 10 a.m. and it closes at 6 p.m. right? So what this basically tells us is, if you're trying to trade this, like, okay, if you're trying to trade pairs that are affected by the London session, and most importantly, the pairs that are affected by the London session is the GBP and the Euro pairs. All the GBP and the Euro pairs, you already know, they fall under the London session. So basically, what I'm trying to come at you with is, if you wanna day trade GBP pairs and Euro pairs, it's way better for you to trade them between the time frames that are indicated here, which is 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. So between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. you'll find the best opportunities to basically day trade GBP pairs and Euro pairs. You understand? What does this mean also? It also means that at 6 p.m. at 10 a.m. right, you know, and this is South African time, by the way, right? So if you're not in SA, you might have to go to the website and change the location that's there. So what this basically means, right, is at 10 a.m. there's a whole bunch of money coming into the market, because hey, day traders wanna trade this thing and they know the sessions also. So there's a whole bunch of money that's coming into the GBP and Euro pairs. So the volume, meaning the volatility, is gonna go up, right? And also, just as the session is about to end, there's money going out of this market, so expect the volume to also peak around those times, right? So in between, it doesn't mean like during the session the volume is gonna be down, but it's gonna be noticeable when it opens and also when it closes. But also in between now, there's gonna be a lot of activity, because people are gonna be like trading those kind of pairs, because they're trading those sessions. You might have to like fine tune this method of trading as to which pairs you want to trade, and look at where usually the volatility peaks during those sessions. So like the more you're gonna trade these pairs in these sessions, the more you're gonna be familiar with when the volatility kind of peaks, and then you can kind of like adjust this thing. Because really what you gotta do here is to just adapt to a systematic way of trading, right? So let's talk about the next trading session. So the next session we're going to talk about is the New York session, right? So the New York session opens at 3 p.m. and closes at 11 p.m. So from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 11, that's when the New York session opens. And this one, the most affected pairs is the USD pairs and the Canadian dollar. That is CAD and the USD pairs are the ones that are going to be the most affected during this trading sessions, right? So you can basically take what I said about the volatility and stuff like that, but also that means now these two sessions are overlapping, because one closes at 6 p.m. one opens at 3 p.m. So between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. you're most probably gonna find the GBP and Euro pairs, as well as the USD pairs and the CAD pairs, all like having like a volatility level where it's tradable. You're gonna see like setups playing out and stuff like that during that time on both sessions, because that's when they overlap. You feel me? Also, it's important to note to all my NAS 100 traders, NAS 100 actually falls under the New York trading session, because it's just like the USD pairs. You know that the Nasdaq is actually the thing, the stock exchange and whatever, and that's actually based in the States, right? So also when you're trading the NAS 100, which I'm gonna make a video talking about most probably tomorrow or whenever, this week though, but I just wanted to give you guys a pointer that when you're also trading NAS 100, look at it during this time frames. I'm not saying don't take anything into account that happens before the session, but when it comes to trading it, it's best to trade it in the afternoon, especially after 3 p.m. because that's when the New York session opens, right? And you also notice that if you say, for example, the USD pairs or whatever, when it's not that trading session, the markets won't be stale, but there won't be that level of volume. And until you actually pay attention or you actually learn about these things, you just be surprised that like, why does this pair usually pick up volatility around these times and such and such and such? You understand what I'm saying? Just look at where you're taking your money and around what time. You can't just wake up in the morning, just take your money to a random pay or whatever. So you need to follow these things, right? If you're a day trader. So before I go to the last trading session, let's talk about the scalpers. So basically we know that scalping basically you're trading in the smaller time frames, right? You opening trades quick, like in and out, in and out, in and out. And I find it with scalping, this is the best way to do it, because now you know what times to actually start scalping. You're not gonna beat, like, you're not gonna find yourself in a wrong session trading something which isn't even related to that kind of session. So if you're trying to look at like the structures and find where the market reacts, the resistance and supports and stuff like that, and scalp, use this strategy. Go to specific trading sessions and open the specific currency pairs that correspond with the trading sessions that you are in. Trust me, you're gonna see the results. Alright, so let's go to the last trading session. So the last trading session that we're gonna talk about is the Tokyo session. Now this one actually doesn't open during the day. This one opens at 1 a.m. I stand corrected. It opens at 1 a.m. and closes at 9 a.m. in the morning. So now it's probably like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock as I'm filming this. There's only a few hours left. But what I've noticed with the USD JPY, even before I knew about this stuff, back in the day when I was learning, I've noticed that in the midnight, fam, this thing really moves in the midnight, and I never understood why. But as I came to trade it over time and learn more stuff, that's when I found out that it actually does make a whole lot of sense, because that's when the markets, or the Tokyo sessions are starting that side, you understand? And it makes sense why it actually moves like that in the midnight. So now if you're a long-term trader, you might not have to pay attention to this stuff, because you're gonna hold your trades longer and you're gonna look at the bigger picture. But for someone who's a day trader, meaning you're trying to like flip your account, you're trying to make money, like every day you want to see your account grow, then this is the way to go. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing, I think I mentioned that it closes at 9 a.m. right? So this is the fix that you need to do. And trust me, once you follow these things, it's not a very complicated thing to adjust on your strategy, but once you do, you're gonna see a lot of difference. Yeah, so I hope you guys go out and try out this way of trading that or this simple method that I'm telling you guys about, and give me the feedback or whatever. And if you're already implementing these things on your strategy, go leave a comment there. Let me know how it's basically working out for you. It's working out for me, so I just want to know if anyone else is doing this and it's working out for them and stuff like that. And also, I appreciate y'all for watching till this far, man. It's your boy Vussy Magz, coming at you back with another one. See you guys next time, man. Peace out, family.